Hello, this is Chris, and welcome to this week's journal. It's beautiful out here, and I don't want to miss the day, so I thought I'd bring it out here and talk about this week's topic, which is research. I'm going to share with you my experiences, my failures, some successes, and the importance of research. I believe that research starts from when we develop our cognitive processes and we have to absorb information, but not just information. We are trying to validate the information that we receive from the time that we're a child and all the way to adulthood. The difference is that in adulthood, there is this thing called validity. As a professional and a leader, having to do research is very important. Having to be engaged in research is very important. And the reason for that is called integrity. You are building a street credibility if you're engaged on the research process. The research process is a complex and a dynamic process. Depending on what you're researching about, what you're talking about, and what your experimentations are, then it kind of goes with it, how complex the research process is. To keep it simple, however, being engaged on the research process is very important. Knowing the right sources, knowing where to get it, and the validity of those sources are very important. As a leader and a professional in the military, it is very important to be engaged in the research process. Finding the facts, educating yourself on the right information, because if you don't, then your credibility is questioned, not just by your peers, but also by the leaders that have full trust and confidence in you. So it is very important to be engaged in research. As a member of the Excelsior Capstone course, we have been assigned a global problem. And during the development, the forming and the norming stage of our team, I've found that research is very important. The process of research is very important. There are behaviors and personalities that people bring to the group. However, the actual process of the research needs to be tight, needs to be validated. The sources that we provide or going to be providing as our references for the final paper of our project needs to be validated, needs to be true, needs to be a work of scholars. Speaking of scholars, during my undergraduate degree adventures, I have learned to make sure that my papers, my research, my experimentation have the proper sources. Know where to get the proper sources, and are these sources are peer-reviewed or validated. That is important because if you do not have proper sources that are validated or scholarly, then you're not having a fact-based discussion, or you're not presenting a fact-based research. There are also benefits on allowing someone's work or referencing to a professional's work, because you will discover that throughout the process there's already been experimentation or research on the subject, but also offer many information that you can use to possibly get to a solution to the problem that you're solving. Now, were there light bulb moments during my undergraduate degree adventure? Of course there is. There are many. One that I can remember recently, something that I discovered on the Excelsior Library. Now, I have used the Excelsior Library extensively during my undergraduate degree. Throughout the progress, however, I did not realize how much repository of information really is offered on the Excelsior Library. As you know, I am old school. I'm quite more advanced, or I would say older than a lot of students in the college course that I'm taking now, the degree that I'm trying to attain. I've been in the military for 30 years, and my thoughts on having sources are actual brick and mortar libraries. So I was pleasantly surprised during my research recently that the Excelsior College One Source information, or the search information, offers a variety of sources as if I'm in a super library. So I would say that is a light bulb moment for me. Another light bulb moment for me is that there are many professionals out there, and I am not the superstar of the show. So having to work with other professionals in a group, such as my group right now, the Purple Cobras, I am very proud to know that my team members are hardworking, have integrity, trustful, truthful, and very wise. So again, this is my weekly journal. I do appreciate you watching it, and thank you very much.